Preserve neighbors. We wanted to remind everyone that grace period for towing after introduction of new parking rules and implementation of Parking Boss is ending on August 14 at midnight. If you have not registered your smart decals to fully activate your Parking Boss features, this will be the last opportunity to avoid unnecessary issues, which ultimately may affect your budget. We have received great number of very positive feedback on initial rollout of new parking system from our residents. Parking Boss seems to do exactly what it was designed to do. We had seen the streets of our community clear of parked cars, and most of our guests are complying with registration requirements. For the first time, however, in our history of the community, we are also able to detect and keep records of repeated violations, pinpoint households and particular guest vehicles with ongoing issues, and effectively manage special permit process. Here are a few topics we would like to discuss. As you know, it is mandatory to register a vehicle with smart decals on the parking attendant page. Despite running 10 registration events last month, we still have a large amount of residents who have not complied with this requirement. Please remember that in order to register your guest or obtain special permit, you will need to have your account activated. The only way to do so is to register Smart Decal, which will allow you to get unique passcode allowing guest registration. Please contact us at parking@nonapreserve.com if you have not completed this process yet. We have issued several temporary special permits for our residents and guests in the past 2 weeks. The most common error we see in a special permit request is not sending us complete required information. Please review special permit video on our new community webpage. Sending incomplete information will extend special permit registration time, placing you in stressful situation and vehicle in risk of getting warning stickers and possible towing. Registration process for guest parking is really fast and simple. We have noticed, however, how important it is to provide correct license plate number and entering correct parking period. This goes not only to our guests and residents, but also field agents and managers while issuing special permits. If registration process is completed with incorrect license plate or time of parking, after field agent scans the plate number during routine patrolling, the car will show as not registered and warning sticker will be issued for parking without a permit. Please pay attention when completing your registration for guest parking or sending email with special permit request. We have a large number of households at Nona Preserve with lease agreements and tenants residing at our community. Please remember that tenants also need to comply with all parking rules. Members renting their properties are fully responsible for making sure their renters are in compliance with maximum amount of cars allowed at their homes and our parking rules. We come across common excuse that tenants are not aware that they should not have 5 cars at their 1-car garage household. All their cars are too big for the garage they have at their rented property. Cases like that are not eligible for special permit, and fault for not providing correct information in the lease agreement falls on the owner and will result in parking issues leading not only to warning stickers and towing, but also possibly to loss of lease agreement. We still have a number of guests and residents parking their vehicles on the street. We wanted to remind everyone that street and apron parking is not allowed for anyone at any time. Parking Boss and field agents do not discriminate. Even if you leave your vehicle for a few moments on those prohibited spots, you may get warning sticker and your vehicle towed. Is 3 minutes walk from guest parking or leaving your car at the garage or driver worth avoiding expensive towing fees or time you spend cleaning your window of the warning sticker? Well, ultimately it is up to you to decide if you want to take the risk. Just keep in mind that field agents may show up at your property at any time. We do not take pride or joy from issuing violations or towing the cars. We just want everyone to feel safe and avoid costly fines from the city. Our HOA started to issue letters for cost reimbursement related to gate damage caused by improper entry by guests and residents. We still see a large number of vehicles knocking gates out of position or damaging poles. Each time this happens, our business partner, ACT, bills our community for repairing damaged gates. When incidents like this happen, within 24 hours we receive detailed DMV report with vehicle and owner information from Envera, including database information of the household the vehicle in question was visiting. Because those costs are causing our HOA budget to decrease dramatically, we are obliged to charge the household the guest was visiting with the bill for fixing the gate. Each resident is responsible for following proper gate entry procedures and informing their guests about when they come to visit about those procedures. Gate entry violations may cost a lot of money, and repeated incidents may lead to additional imposed fines for neglecting common sense and causing financial loss to the community. Remember that any financial loss to HOA ultimately comes out of the pocket of all the members. After almost 2 weeks, we are happy to say that new rules and Parking Boss has had a very positive effect on our community. Not only we see our streets clear of vehicles, but we also meet a lot of happy residents expressing how pleased they are with changes and how well the system is working. We have a full view of parking situation at Nona Preserve, and we collect valuable data allowing us to make possible positive changes in the future to our parking policy. We realize we're not going to make everyone happy with recent changes. There is no perfect system, and everyone, including us on the board, needs time to adjust to changes. We want all residents to know that we have come up with the solution not to complicate everyone's life, but to solve the problem which was placing Nona Preserve in financial and safety risk. We are not here to police our community or make life difficult. We want everyone to have a safe and secure place to live, while all of us have equal and fair rules with space limitations existing on our property. Those who offer their critique or feel they have a better ideas are welcome to get involved in Nona Preserve Life by coming to our meetings and stay in touch with community news sent by Volo messaging system. We are always open for advice, and we want all members to take active part in decision-making process. It would be nice to see our social room full of members during our business meetings. At the end, I wanted to ask all of you to embrace the type of living you decided to experience when you came to Nona Preserve. Whether this is your first home for your family or investment property, it is extremely important to understand that townhome living is much different than single-family house ownership. For me, this was a challenge at first. As first-time homeowner, I imagined that there is nothing I cannot do with my property since I own it. It took me a little while to understand that townhome communities have limitations by default. Connected homes with limited parking space, uniform property look, and limited landscaping options are just few examples. Understanding how all those small issues affect the value of my investment completely changed my attitude towards the way I see HOA's role in keeping our community safe and looking good. Rules are set up for us not to bring frustrations and make us unhappy. They are there to keep everyone's home value high. Truth is that even one non-compliant household can bring the value of his neighbor's property significantly down. I see our community not as individual owners, but rather as a team of people working together to have safe and peaceful life and securing the future value of our investments for our families and unexpected life events. I appreciate you watching this video. Please visit our new webpage frequently and keep reviewing new information we provide to all our residents. Have a great day, and thank you so much.